Hello, this is TJR, and welcome to Album of the Week. If this is your first time, welcome. This is the weekly show where I recommend a new release album for your listening pleasure. Last week's Album of the Week was Fetch the Bolt Cutters by Fiona Apple, which I have to admit was a very challenging album. This week's Album of the Week is For Their Love by Other Lives. But before we get started, I want to say that if you like what I'm doing, be sure to click like, click subscribe, and smash the bell notification icon so you can know when I release new videos. Okay, let's get to it. For some time now, I have noticed just how much folk music has changed over the last few decades, and how much of it calls out to what we would have referred to as soft rock back in the 70s. I realized it a few years ago when I reviewed Darlene Side's very beautiful yet apocalyptic album entitled Extra Life from 2018. This change has been made all the more apparent as I listen to For Their Love, the fourth album by this Oklahoma indie group called Other Lives. Now, full disclosure, this is my first experience with this band, so my opinions of this album are neither enhanced nor are they prejudiced by any of their previous releases. So how would I describe For Their Love? Try to picture Bruce Springsteen and Morrissey having a child who listens to a lot of late 60s, early 70s Italian motion picture scores and a lot of folk rock music from the same era. The album's opening track, entitled Sound of Violence, feels like that song from that lost Clint Eastwood spaghetti western that only ever existed in a fever dream. Track 2, Lost Day, feels like the darker side of Springsteen, but complemented with a pastoral cinema score. Track 3, Cops, feels like pure baritone vocals 80s, with sparse musical arrangements and danceable white techno groove, except that it's all being played by real instruments instead. Track 4, entitled All Eyes - For Their Love, is an epic 6-minute track whose first 2 minutes and 18 seconds is such a beautifully indulgent instrumental that I find myself wishing that it would have gone on just a little bit longer before breaking into the lyrics. But I have to admit the song's second lyrical half is pretty awesome too, so I will forgive it for perhaps cutting the instrumental section prematurely. Since this song has two titles, I will assume that the instrumental beginning is All Eyes, and the lyrical second half is the album's title track. I could probably go on and describe each and every track in this same way, but hopefully, just talking about the album's first 4 gives you a good idea of where this album is going. Oh, and by the way, can't help myself, but I've just got to tell you, track 6, entitled Nights Out, is the perfect song for that insane vampire movie you've always dreamed of making. For Their Love is an audio textural delight, and what I love most about it is just how easily it transports me into its own unique sonic world, with each song acting as a chapter to a larger whole. But make no mistake, at the heart of this band's many sonic layers is really good songwriting. This is a songwriter's band. Strong songs first, stellar musical arrangements second. For Their Love pushes the boundaries of folk music. It's soft rock that soars over mountains. It's dark, but in a mysteriously beautiful way. I always like to live with an album before I review it, and I've been living with this album for about a week now. This album has only gotten stronger with each listen. So have you heard this album yet? Do you plan on listening to it? And has this review influenced you to check it out? Leave a comment and let me know what you think. And what new release from this week should I talk about next week? Take care, everybody, and thanks for watching.